This is Andy from sellerseo.com, and today I'm going to show you our Rainmaker tool. Rainmaker tool is an automatic and advanced PPC optimization tool, and it'll save you tons of time and make you tons of money. So let's go ahead and start out. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is click on Get Amazon PPC Data. What that'll do is it'll pop you into this screen here. The next thing you're going to want to do is pick a date range. Generally, you want to pick the most days available to get the most data. So you'd want to go ahead and select 60 days. And you want to definitely exclude terminated campaigns. Now, campaign items with 0 impressions, you can decide to exclude those. The only reason you might want to not exclude those is if you're trying to raise bids on campaigns that have never gotten impressions that you want to try to get some impressions on. So that's what you would select there. Once you do that, you'd go ahead and click Create Spreadsheet for Download, and then you'd be able to see the download here. It would say generating for a minute or two, and then you're able to download it. Now, once you download it, you're going to want to go ahead and select the file. So you'd go ahead and choose File. You'd go to your Downloads and load your campaign or load your bulk file that you just downloaded from Amazon. Now, once you do that, you'll see you'll get some a preview. It's just like a small tidbit of some of the information we just imported, just so you can see what's going on there. The next thing we're going to want to do is you can either optimize your entire campaign or you can select a specific campaign. So in this case, if we wanted to just do that one campaign, we could do that. We only loaded one campaign, so that's all that's available. But if you had multiple campaigns, you'd be able to select the ones you want to optimize here. Now, once you've done that, you'd go ahead and select a target ACoS. In this case, we'll leave it at the default of 20, and actually, no, we'll maybe go to 25. And zero sale keyword bid, this is in essence similar to like a negative match on a keyword, but instead of doing that, we're just going to bid extremely low keyword bid, and that way we may be able to get a conversion from that keyword. So we go ahead and set it there. The next, we're going to go ahead and set a minimum and a maximum bid for each broad, phrase, and exact. Now, what this does is kind of a safety net to make sure that you don't bid a lot more than you want to. So in this case, let's say broad, we want a minimum bid of 11 cents, max bid of, let's say 99 cents. And then let's say for our phrase, 25 sounds good, but maybe I want 99 cents as my max bid. And then for exact, I want a minimum bid of 50 cents and a maximum bid of, let's say, 150. Now, what that's going to do is that'll make sure that each of your keywords here won't go over that max bid. So if we sort by max bid here, you can see currently that the max bid, at least in this preview data, is 38 cents. So once we hit preview, then it'll give us a larger swath of keywords to see what optimizations will be made. So we'll go ahead and click preview, and you can see in a few seconds. Now we get all the keywords because we're going to want to confirm that we're making the correct changes. And in this case, we just want to go ahead and look at our keywords. So we're going to do that. And now we'll go ahead and take a look and see what has changed here. You can see here there's some zero sale, zero ACoS items. And so that way those weren't adjusted right now because they didn't hit a specific spend threshold. But you can go down here and see that we had an ACoS of 49% on this thing. We were targeting 25%. And our previous bid was $1.52. And you can see here, our new bid is now 72 cents. So you can see our tool automatically optimized that to get that keyword to target, to get closer to our target ACoS. Now we can kind of go through here and see, once again, some other ones. Maybe let's keep going here. Okay, let's look at this one here. It's at 9%, and our target ACoS is 21%. Our previous bid was 62 cents, and now our new bid is 99 cents. So you can see we raised the bid here because we're under our ACoS, and this way we might be able to get some more sales out of those keywords. All right, so once we've decided that all this data looks good, all we'd have to do is hit optimize. When we do that, it would optimize all this data, and then the next thing we would do is hit download updated Excel. You can also do it up here. And what that'll do is download an optimized file, and once you get that file, you'd come back to Amazon. You can click here, which would open you back into your Amazon interface here, and the next thing you would do is upload your file to update your campaigns. You would click this, select the file, and then hit upload, and then after a while, you'd see it processing here. And then once it's done processing, you can download a report. In this case, you can see this last one I ran. It was processed, and 52,802 keywords were changed, and there was one error. You can download and see what that error was. It's probably something minor. So in that case, we're done there. Now, the other cool thing with this tool is we can actually jump over to the Advanced tab. Now, what the Advanced tab does is it lets us do our own optimization. So you can see here we got a bunch of keywords. In this case, let's say I'm spending too much on some keywords, and I want to reduce the bid. So I'm going to say anywhere in ACoS between 60 and 100. And I want to have spent at least $5 and had at least 10 clicks on the keywords that I'm going to change. Match type, I want to make sure I'm going to target them all: broad, phrase, and exact. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply, and you'll see in a couple of seconds we'll have a nice filter here. And what it's doing right now is going through all the different keywords and filtering for those keywords. And okay, you can see we're done now. And we're going to go down, and we can see, all right, 22 keywords matched this criteria, which was an ACoS between 60 and 100. But in this case, we want to get closer to, say, like 30%, something like that. So we're going to change our bid. Now, you can change the bid by a percentage or by dollar amounts. In this case, I suggest mostly that you use percentage, and then you would use a minus. So minus 30%, I'm going to say. And the max bid, I'm not going to want to exceed $1.35 here. So I'm going to go ahead and put $1.35. And my minimum bid, I don't want it to go out of my current range, which is 11 cents. So let's go hit 11 cents. Now, when you do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit update data. And you'll see here in a second that our data will be updated. And you can see that our bids are changed. So now here's our previous bid. This one was our previous bid was 56 cents. Now it's up to 62 cents. Now, the reason you were like, well, wait, this ACoS is really high. Why are we raising the bid? Well, you can see here that we're using your current cost per click, not your previous bid. And the reason for that is your cost per click is what actually matters. This is what you're actually paying for each one of your clicks. So you can see here, we went from 42 cents up to 90 cents because we were getting an ACoS of 65% at a bid of $1.29. And you can see, let's find a different one here. Let's find maybe something that had a previous low bid or previous high bid, maybe. Let's see here. Okay, so we can see here, this one, our previous bid was 135, our cost per click was 134, and now our new max bid is 94 cents. So you can see we've made some more adjustments there. Now you'd want to keep going through and doing this. So if this was a data that wasn't performing, or keywords that weren't performing well, we would subtract. Now, of course, we can do the other way. We can say we want anything with an ACoS between 1 and 10. We go ahead and hit apply filter, and once again, in a few seconds, hopefully we have some keywords here. If not, this campaign, maybe we're not performing too well in this example campaign. So let's go up and let's change it to 20. Let's see if we can get it from anywhere from 10 to 20 on our ACoS. Okay, there we go. So we got a couple here between 10 and 20 cents here. And so what we're going to want to do next is we're going to want to raise this bid because we're slightly below our target ACoS, and we want to see if we can maybe boost our sales a little bit and get a little bit more traction with these keywords. So go ahead and change this to 20%, which will raise our bids by 20%. So we'll go ahead and hit update. And you can see here, now we made the update. This one is now 67 cents, and this one is now 83 cents. So you can see here, we just made the adjustment, and that was the adjustment that we're doing was on the cost per click, not the previous bid. The previous bid here is just for your just to see, so you have some reference of what your previous bid was, to make sure that you're not getting anything crazy. Okay, so we've updated those, and so we would continue this process, filtering and changing the bids on our specific keywords. Now, once we've done that, we would hit update data like we just did. Now, once we've got that done, then all you do is hit download updated Excel, and that'll download our optimized file. And once again, we would just go back to Amazon and click choose file. We would upload the file that we just edited, and we would be able to make those changes. Now, Another cool thing we can do here is, okay, so the next thing we can do here is a negative keyword match, which you can see I have selected here. Now what this is useful for is filtering for keywords that you've spent money on and not made any sales. So let's say I've spent $5 and had at least 10 clicks on these keywords. We can hit apply filter, and in a couple of seconds we'll get our result. Now why this would be useful is we can now, you can see here we got 80 entries where we've spent at least actually, we forgot to do, let's do sales. We don't want any sales here. So we've gotten no sales. So we've gotten spend more than $5, more than 10 clicks, but we've gotten no sales on it. So we'll go ahead and filter out. And you can see here now we got 5 keywords that have spent at least $5 and gotten 0 sales from. So in this case, maybe we want to do a negative match on these. Now we can either do negative exact or negative phrase. Generally, you want to stick with negative exact. In this case, that's what we would do. So all we would do is hit update data on these keywords. And then once again, that same process, we hit update data. We would hit download updated Excel file. And then we would go to our upload here, and that would upload the negative matches for those filtered keywords. And last but not least, we have the add a new match type. Now, this would be kind of the opposite of what we just did there. Say that we didn't use seller SEO tools to create our campaigns. In that case, you probably don't have all the different match types. Now, if you created your campaign with our PPC Dominator tool, you know that you can specify all the match types while you're creating the campaign like this. And that way, when you create the campaign, you're automatically targeting all the different match types. In this case, say we're going back and optimizing something that we've not used PPC Dominator to create. So what we'd want to do in this place, let's find anything with an ACoS between 1 and 20 that is a broad match. So let's go and see that. All right. Okay, there we go. We got a couple of keywords here that are broad matched. And say, because they're performing so well, say we want to add a phrase, an exact match of that keyword. So we just go down here, hit phrase, hit exact. We're not adding broad because these are just the two new match types. Phrase, I want to increase the bid by 20%, and exact, I want to increase the bid by 50%. So we go ahead and do that. We'd hit update data, and once again, we would download our updated Excel file and upload it to the campaigns here, and then that would make the edits on Amazon. And that's how you can use the Rainmaker to boost your PPC sales and reduce your PPC costs. And I'm Andy from sellerseo.com. Have a great day.